Welcome back to GISWorld channel. Mohammed is here with another tutorial of the Python. Today we will talk about the concept of function, return, how we can use one function inside another one, arbitrary arguments and arbitrary keyword arguments, what is the syntax of the comments in the function, and the most interesting part, the second mini project of the Python. If you are excited, let's get started. Functional programming. The first questions maybe come to your mind why we should use functions. Functions always support us to avoid repetition. So in this case, it is our code is cleaner, and other developers can easily understand what are the wrapper part of our coding. So if you, for example, have something which is always repetitive, functions will help you to reduce this repetition in your code. And also you have, after some time, you have a complete package of repetitive tasks that definitely you will need in most of your projects. Okay, let's start from the descriptions of the functions and very simple functions, and yeah, let's go. Okay, so our lesson 6 definitely of our Python tutorial after the assignment, and I hope that you have already finished all the assignments. And definitely if you have any questions regarding those assignments, please don't forget to ask us. Definitely we will support you as soon as possible. And then okay, the functional programming. So if you want to write a function, it is def, the first three words that it's needed for every functions. According to the PEP 8, all the function words should be lowercase. So if, for example, if I have a function, you write it, for example, hello world, so it's not correct. It is the syntax of, for example, JavaScript, so it is not correct. In everything should be lowercase separated with the underline. World, yeah, for example, like this. So we want to make it very easy. So after hello, we always use a parenthesis. In this case, you can insert the inputs, but anyway, just let it so, just accept it. Then we have the columns, and after that we can write anything that you want. For example, print hello, maybe first of all hello, for example, welcome to this tutorial. Yeah, welcome to this tutorial. Yeah, also let me, okay, and always all the functions should be before the if thunder name. So it is a rule, and it makes your code a little bit, and your script a little bit cleaner. Yeah, yeah, not a little bit, definitely clear. Okay, and then instead of this part, now I want to use it inside my code. So I can write it hello. Okay, then you have already called your function. The only thing that you need, just run it. Hello, welcome to this tutorial. The good thing that for the function, as I told you, it will avoid repetition. Okay, for example, you can run it for, I don't know, maybe for I or for in, how can I say, for example, range 5. So I want to just run it 5 times. Let's see, you can see I run this 5 times. Just think about this part is a complicated calculation, or you want to always check this is the customer or not for the evaluations. For example, if you want to evaluate one phone number, so if it is, for example, 5 lines, it's always you should repeat these 5 lines everywhere. And maybe you have already write something in your code, maybe here, and then here is some code. Again, you need to call this part. Okay, then again you will run it and you see that it will works just with 1 line. Here is just 1 line, then you can just put it everywhere that you want. And it's really good because other developers can easily hover on it and go to your functions. Just think about if you write maybe 100 lines of code or 50 lines of code, so it's very difficult to evaluate it and understand it, and functions will let you to make it very clean. Okay, so just I will write here hello, and yeah, yes, it's correct. The next things that is very good for the functions, you can give the input parameters. So def, how should I say, maybe hello customer. So for hello customer, so it is one person, so we need the first name and we need definitely last name. Yeah, then I will print for example f a string hello, then I need the first name and last name. Okay, then it's a very easy thing, hello customer. So it has 2 input values. I have a function, and this function gets 2 input parameters, first name and last name. So I will give it John Smith. Yeah, John Smith, yeah, or Taylor, yeah, John Taylor. Okay, then they run it. Yes, hello John Taylor. Okay, and you can see that if you edit your function, it will be adapted to all part of your script. Yes, you can see. Okay, good. Then it's time to talk about return and what is a return in one function. So till now we have already run the function, but it doesn't return anything. It means that, for example, if we have many tasks to do in these functions, and then if we want to return the result, we should write the return function. Let me write the example and it will be definitely clear for you. Def, maybe we can write customer counter. Yeah, for the customer counter, another good thing, for the input value you can give whatever you want, lists, strings, numbers, null value, anything that you want. So here I will write list of customers. Yeah, good, a list of customers. Then I will write count customers. Yeah, count customers is equal to length of my list. Then I will use return function. It is count customer. Yes. Okay, so in that case, first of all, I will send to my customer counter a list of customer names, and then it will count the number of the customers. Then it will returns the number for me. In this case, I wanna change it a little bit. For example, I want to maybe write a list of the customer names, and then I will take a look. If the list is empty, it means that I don't have any customer. So just I will write hello, welcome to this tutorial. But if I have anyone, okay, so I just write hello and the first name and the last name. Okay, so let's start. First of all, customers list. With the customer list, I will definitely tuple. Definitely, I will use it. Maybe John Smith. Then I wanna add another name, Sarah Taylor. Yeah. Okay, so this is my customer list. Then after that, I wanna check if the number of customers, if we have any customers. So I want to write if customer counter customer list is more than 0, then definitely I should write a for loop to go through to this list. For customer in customer list, then I will write hello customer. Then I will give customer number 1 and the first name of the customer number 1 and the last name of customer number 1. Then else, please just say welcome to this tutorial. So with one function, I am calculating the number of the customers, and with another function, with the second functions, I will return the name. I will say hello, first name and last name. And then with another one, if I don't have any information, so I will just print hello, welcome to this tutorial. You see that these functions are like a wrapper in my code. And if you want to do the data scientist work, or if you want to do some coding for the web based on the Python or database management, so we have always some repetitive works. For example, checking the gender, and from the gender you can write Mr., Miss, or with titles. One person is a doctor, or another person is the master, bachelor, diploma. You can identify them. So with the functions, you can easily do that. So just let me run this function. Yes, there we go. Hello, John. So what is the problem now? Then I get the customer for customer in customer list. So I will get this one. Then I will give to customer hello customer, print first name and the last name So why? Oh, some problems. Okay, now I think it will be correct. Yeah. Hello, John Smith. Hello, Sarah Taylor. There you go. It's done. Then maybe we can make it a little more complex and we can use the comparison in the functions. Let's go. So in order to make it a little more complicated, and also I want to tell you how we can use one function inside another function. Yes, it's correct. You can use other functions inside one function. So the first things that we can do is that in the hello customer we can add another input value or another parameter as age. And then I will say that if age is lower than, for example, 10, we can print hello, for example, first name, last name, tutorial 1, 2, for example, 1 to 10 is suitable for you. Okay, and then yes, then we can also have it for the next line. We can use elif. Then I have an age here, maybe 20, and also here it should be 10 equal, yeah. Or I can add the equal here, I think it's better. Then age bigger than 20, then we will have maybe, we can change it to 11 to, for example, 15, just as an example. Then for the rest, we can do it 16 to, I don't know, for example, it's too much, 25. Tutorial, this tutorial is suitable for you. Okay, now we have the condition. Also, I want to add maybe John is 11 and Sarah is maybe 25. Okay, so if we want to add the function, so we have already added, it will takes. Also we should add customer, then the second value. Yes, it's good. Now it is working. Now you see that I have increased the number of the input values, first name, last name, age, and also I can give it to the function. Maybe you're thinking that, okay, now here also it can be a function, because here it's something definitely maybe repetitive in the text. We want to compare it, we want to maybe use it in the first page, maybe second page, or so how we can handle it, I think it's really easy. Just the only thing is I will cut this part, then we can paste it here. The only thing is maybe we can count customers len of list of customers. Then here we can say that if count of customer is bigger than 0, okay, so it can be this part, then else hello. Yeah, I think it's really good. Then we have customer list. Then the only thing that we need, oh sorry, customer customer underline counter. Then I should give the customer list. So what is the difference between now this function with the previous? The only differences is we don't have again any return value. Also we can have the return value, but for example, what we can return maybe the count customer. In that case, you are running the both hello customer and hello, and also you can do something with the count customer. So in here you can set counted customers is equal to this, and finally you can print the number of customers is counted customers. And also we can add maybe 2 new lines. I did something right. Yeah, okay, so maybe we can run it to see it's working. Yeah, first of all you can see that these two functions. So first of all, list of customer, first of all I am calculating the number of the lists, and I am if it is more than one person, so I want to run the hello customer function. Okay, then in the hello customer functions I will compare what is the age of that person and so on. Maybe you want to say that it's now a bit complicated. How can I know that? For example, according to the clean code, always I should come here, click on it, then in the functions also we have some key values or key value pairs. For example, here we can easily write first name, then but don't forget, when you want to use the key of the, for example, the input value, it should be also, it can be possible. For example, if I'm adding it the age here, you see it doesn't have any error, because you can give these two and the last one maybe as a for example, when we use this one, maybe you want to give and default value. Okay, so you can also use these key parameters. For example, you can also give it, if I add the key as a none, it will be also none, but when here I didn't give anything for this, no, oh sorry, not here, I make a mistake. So first of all, just let me tell you, so okay, so here is the age, and also from the last you should fill it, and here is the last name, and also here first name. Also you can also change the order. For example, if I change it to the 1, so definitely it should be a last name, and this one should be 0, and it should be the first name. Also you can change the order, because you are giving these key parameters and you are sending this one to the hello customer. Another thing that I want to tell you, also you can give from the last, for example, also you can give the age as a default value none, or as default value 10. It means that if you also don't give any parameter here, it will be automatically get the 10. You can also try it. Also for the last name, we can give it maybe always Smith, like this. But don't forget, if you want to give a a default value, it should be from the last part. And for example, it is not possible that you don't give any default value for this, and you can say that, okay, this is the, for example, empty value. So it is not possible. Okay, so yeah, this is the part that we have already talked about, the key value pairs. In the next part, we will talk about the args and kwargs. Okay, let's change the topic, and maybe and also I want to tell you something else. As an assignment or as a training, just change this list to a dictionary and try to, for example, you can have a dictionary, then you will have the name, or you have the customer 1, customer 2, and for each customer, again, you will have another dictionary as a name, last name, and age. Then compare it, which one is more beneficial for the functions. And also compare it with this one, and maybe you can comment it where it is really good to give a list or to give a dictionary. Which one is more beneficial for our coding? Okay, now it's your turn. Please implement it. Let us know what you have already done in the comment section below, and then I will switch to the kwargs and args, because the question is that how you can create functions that, for example, the user can give you a not countable. For example, maybe it gives you 1 input, 2 input, 3 inputs, whatever, but you can get them and you can analyze them. Okay, let's start with kwargs and args. So now I want to show you how can I give a function unlimited number of arguments. So all of these things, for example, just make an example. For example, for hello customer here, I have some arguments 1, 2, 3. Then in this case, it will be set according to the function, because in these functions I define that it needs the 3 parameters. 2 is necessary, and if I don't give the last name, definitely it will raise an error. But the last part, it has a default value. If I give a number or if I not, so the function will be 1. But now it is my questions, how you can give a function unlimited number of arguments or unlimited number of keyword arguments. Okay, then let me create the new function def unlimited maybe unlimited arguments or unlimited arguments. Okay, for unlimited argument we always use star for the beginning and args. So you can use any word that you want, but it is very good that most of the time we are using the same word, so most of the developers will see that it is a star args, so it is something that we are not sure how many input values or how many arguments we want to give to a functions. Or anyway, you can choose any name that you want. It is up to you. And then I can print something like this is the result of second argument, maybe. Okay, then because arguments now here is a list, so it is the second one. Okay, then the next thing is print. Sorry, so I want to print, not print, just I need, the only thing I need to call the functions unlimited arguments. So first of all, I give the name, for example, Mohammed. I will give the age, for example, now 27, or for example, job, developer, or something like this. And anything you can also give. You can also give a number, you can also give a dictionary list, whatever you want. So let's run it and see what will be the result. Yeah, this is the result of second argument. Yeah, it's correct. Let's see. Yeah, this is the result of second argument, 27. And the type is always list. But it has a one thing, maybe we can just, if len of args more than 1, or, and also I can give the equal value, then so definitely it will works. Then else print not enough arguments as input. Yeah, then I will just give the Mohammed. Let's see if it is all working. If len of args is yes, oh, I made a bad mistake, not equal. Yeah, not enough argument as function, as functions input. Okay, this, it is done. Another type is when we are using the kwargs, which keywords arguments. It's really easy, that one also. Then def unlimited keywords arguments. Okay, then we are using 2 star and kwargs. Then we can write print, this is the age, keyword result. Just this is as an example. Definitely with more example you can play around and you can see so what is happening. And okay, age, let me make obey the pep 8, then duplicate. Here it can be name is equal to Mohammed and age is equal to, for example, 27, like this. And also keyword arguments. Let's see what will be the result. Yes, this is the age keyword result, 27. I think that you have already know that what is the keyword argument and also argument. For the start you don't need to use them when it comes to the object-oriented programming, because in that case you want to sure that the number you have the enough number of the input for your arguments, that you will be completely sure that you don't have any error. So we will use them. a lot in the object-oriented programming. But also I wanted to tell you also these things when you see the 2 stars with a word, 1 star with a word, so you don't be shocked. It is not rocket science. You can see all of them is very easy. And then when you are going further and further, one thing is here, and also it should be list of customers. And when we are going further and further, the one thing is very important. You can see the data structure, list, dictionary, tuple, and for loops, ifs. You can see these things are very important. Yes, and it's finished, I think, for the functions. One thing is remains, and about the comments that we should write for the functions. So let's start also this part, and then we will jump into the assignment. The last part of the functions, you know that functions will never finished. It will never finished. Just I'm telling the body, the basic of the functions, then we will do the assignment, and you can check again. I really recommend you to always repeat from the first. When you stuck somewhere, when you see that some barriers in your coding, don't forget, go from the first, review everything that you have already learned. Okay, another thing that I want to say, that the comments of the functions, I have already told you the comments are very important. You have to write a code like a newspaper, so any developer can start reading your code, should understand it clearly. Okay, the good thing of the PyCharm, I am a PyCharm fan of the PyCharm for these things. You can see just when you have these 3 double quotes, when you write the enter, in the first part you should write descriptions. For example, you can write, say hello func to non-determined or not recognized customers, or to any customer, to all customers, like this. And also for the return part, you will just write it like this, so it doesn't return anything. Yeah, and you can also write it by yourself. It is not really complicated. The new thing that it's pram of the first name, pram last name, pram age, and return. So first of all, here you should describe your function, not more than 10 words, maximum 1 sentence. So it should be maximum 1 sentence. You don't want to write a book, okay? And then the first name, it's, I think, clear. You can sum. So here you should describe the variable if it is complicated, like list, dic, or tuple, and so on. Okay, and this is the same thing, and the return functions, again, the 3 lines, it means that it returns nothing. And the customer, just you should do the same thing, and you see that how much it will be really useful. You see now, customer count the number of customers, and when you use a good name for your functions, also you see that it doesn't make sense you write any comment for it or not. But it is the professional way. When you are in the production part, you have to do it. It is not a wish. Okay. Then the next part is, you see that it's a list of customers contains the customers info in tuple format. Okay, format. Then wanting good customers, wanting good also, it takes the spelling mistake. It's very, very important also. And the return part will be count numbers, so it should be int. Then so the type of return is integer, and number of customers. Okay, this is a very simple thing that you can do for everything. The same thing for this function, and also the same thing for these functions. I'm pretty sure that it will be really time consuming, but believe me, after 1 week or 2 weeks, when you come back to your code, these texts will increase your speed of understanding your code or other people's code. Really, really helpful. They will really help you. Okay, then it's done for today. Now you have already become familiar how to write a functions. So what is the return, how we can use other functions inside another functions, and after the dollar name you should call your functions, and you have to try to reduce the number of the unnecessary lines here. It should be have to just calling the functions and handling your code. Okay, let's start the assignment questions for the next time. The last part of this tutorial again is the assignment. Here is your second assignment. I hope that this one is not really difficult for the start, but I wanted to transfer a lot of information during this tutorial because of your time, because your time is really valuable for me. So I'm doing my best to prepare the best content for you. So at the end of these 10 maybe videos regarding a Python, you should be able to write a very good clean script according to the PEP 8, clean code, best practice, and so on. Okay, let's go to the assignment. So we need to create a to-do list application using the functional programming concepts and the knowledge gained from the previous 10 questions, because definitely here we will a lot talking about filtering, and also just some hints. We are using again the lambda function. I will elaborate it completely inside the assignment, but definitely it is your turn to search a little more about this information. Again, inline for loops, inline if, you will find a lot of things in this assignment. The application should provide the following features: add task, remove a task, view all the tasks, mark a task as a completed, filter and display only a completed task, calculate and display the count of completed task, and also utilize the functions from the previous 10 questions and adapt it to fit the required of the to-do list application. You can also read the questions by yourself carefully, and it doesn't matter you do it 10%, 50%, but I'm pretty sure all of our followers can. I'm sure that you can finish it successfully. Then some hints: create a runner script that interacts with the application by presenting a menu-based interface to the user. You don't need to create any for example, some GUI things. No, just everything in the terminal. In the terminal, you should enter something and everything happen. We don't need the user interface. Don't make it complicated. Just we have the runner. In the runner, we should give just the inputs, or when we are running, just the runner should handle the functions in another script. So definitely we will have two scripts, one script as a runner and one script as a functions. Also, you can make it more and more modular. And the runner script should allow user to choose from different actions exactly to perform on the to-do list. Okay, thanks a lot again for your time. And I hope that you have already learned a lot about these tutorials. And if you have any questions, don't forget to write it in the comment section below. We will answer it as soon as possible. Don't forget to recommend our channel to your friends. Because of your support, our motivation will be improved and we can create a better and better videos for you. Thanks, and see you in the next video, which is related to the answer of functional programming.